I love it. This has been a kind of a ray of sunshine during this quarantine time. Okay, is these cahoots, and I already have people going, "Is there a Kahoot? Is there a Kahoot?" Okay, of course there's a Kahoot. In fact, there's three this week. But wait, before you get too excited, there's just one for us as French teachers. If you're a French teacher, there's one for Spanish teachers. There's one for English speaking students. So we're doing one called misspelled words. So we're going to challenge English speaking students or those who are learning English on the most commonly misspelled words in the English language. So please definitely join us. That's on Friday. How you find out? You go to rockyourclass.com/events. So very cool. Okay, oh, you like the shirt? Yes. So I'm wearing one of my crazy fun Educorock French teacher shirts. They're all these, it's kind of like the Friday French Funnies videos, but in apparel. So I like this one. Today I promise not to be a pain in the neck. I'm actually here. This has been possibly my favorite webinar out of all the ones that we've done. This is the last time we're doing this live, so I'm so glad that you're joining us here. Today, I'm going to share with you my 5 favorite YouTube videos and share with you the free resources that come with them. So I want you to know that everything you're going to see, you are going to get. Probably 2 or 3 hours later, you receive a email which has all the links, all the download links and stuff like that, plus your CPD certificate. So your continuing professional development certificate. This is thanks to our friends at GoToWebinar, who have given me, Etienne, an influencer account for us to try this together, because I convinced them that we are all influencers and we need to be sharing this. And so they're really, really cool. And it's a great part of this. Same with the Kahoots. I know a lot of you guys play Kahoot with us. We've had as many as 1,100 French students, teachers, parents all together playing Kahoot at the same time. The students get an official Kahoot certificate when they participate. So when we started off 6 weeks ago, this was way too much. It was just all too much. It is crazy, okay? So now I think we're starting to get a handle, especially if you've been following our journey here. And you could witness that by going back and watching some of those webinars. What we've done is we have put together easy upload ideas that are, you just upload a simple video link, for example, and then a PDF with work, and then the students do it and they return the work for easy, quick assessment. Everything that we've been setting up, we've been providing tons of resources for assessment and evaluation, so that it's just quick check, 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 circle, 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 rubric, 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 whatever it is, really, really quickly, and then provide the feedback. Why? Because we no longer have 5, 6, 7 classes. We have over 100 individual students that we're catering to at any given moment, and it can be overwhelming. So definitely check out those webinars on the 30-day lesson plan, the missions, the French missions, which are amazing, the short uploadable videos, which are the subject of the day, riddle of the day, song of the week, image of the week, etc. And then of course, the next step up, which is the conversational videos where the students actually engage in French with French speakers. And the parents have been loving watching their children doing these things. And of course, yes, I just uploaded the TikTok type teaching. This is not to send students to TikTok. So how do we use this cultural phenomenon that is more important to them than probably most of our subject areas? How do we use their culture to engage them to learn what we want them to learn? That's what it was about. It was a lot of fun. Because the idea is we have to give them a variety of things. We have to give them things that they actually want to do at home. But we have to keep it simple. We have to keep it simple for us and for them. We know that that's a key. And we also, as French teachers, do not want to give up the entire 4 strands of listening, reading, writing, speaking in French. We still want to continue them down the road to French proficiency, even if it's going to be a little bit of a slower jog. So here's my 5 fave videos and the resource packages that come with them. So you're going to get a sneak peek into both things. Woo! I'm so excited. This is cool. All right. So the first one is a music video by our band New, which is, see, I'm Etienne. I don't know if you know what I do as Etienne, all the grammar songs and the different things like that. But we also have a band, a pop rock band called New, and we do radio songs. So it's not educational music. It's like a real music videos, like Big Flo et Oli and the stuff that you would see out there. So this first song is really, really good to use in the classroom, particularly for novice beginner students into intermediate. Here is Ne chantez pas. And as you're watching it, I'd like you to type in the question box things that you could think of, because we're all creative souls. French teachers are amazing. Off the top of your head, what kind of things would you do just by even showing this video?
Quelque chose pour moi-même. Ne créez pas des problèmes, ça suffit. Trop de bruit. Avez-vous bien compris? Comme si, comme ça, non. N'avez pas le droit. Ne chantez pas cette chanson. Non, ne chantez pas cette chanson.
All right. So that gives you a sneak peek into this fun song called Ne chantez pas, which ironically asks students not to sing, even though it has a catchy refrain. So you end up singing it anyways. So I'd ask, just off the top of your head, any things that you can think of that could possibly be done with this. Let's check it out. So a lot of you jumped immediately to colors and grabbing simple things from it and asking, what are some certain things that you can see, which is really cool. Oh, talk about questions like, what are the different band members doing in their boxes? And of course, those boxes are les bandes dessinées. So they're comic strips or comic book type things. And from what I just learned is 2020 is the year of the comic book. So it's kind of perfect. It's right on point for 2020. The negatives, absolutely. Teaching negation and negatives and saying, ne chantez pas. Beautiful. That's exactly the type of the verb jouer. I love it. Playing with verbs and using it as an excuse for grammar. Another great idea. This is the resource that I'm going to be giving you. It's a full package that goes with the playing of this song. These are the words to the song, which is really great because what you see is a lot of useful French expressions that they can use in general conversation. It comes with a listening exercise, which is very useful, and the fact that this particular lyric video that was my point. The fact that this particular music video is a lyric video means that doing this particular exercise will be a lot easier. They're just going to watch it 2 or 3 times and they'll be able to complete this task. So just to be clear, we're still keeping to the same rule. Easy upload, easy evaluation, and keep them going. And everything's scaffolded and building them and continuing them on down the road to proficiency. Then we get to questions like some of you were suggesting. So some of these questions will ask specifics regarding to the song and a little bit higher order thinking in terms of they have to kind of predict and guess what the singer meant when he was saying certain lines. Here's something for your beginner students, absolutely, is une affiche. So it means all your students could do this, but particularly for your beginner students, this could be fun. So what they have to do is create a visual representation on one poster of what the song was about. And then I would encourage you to have your students label as well. So we're getting some writing in there. Okay, now I love to share this. Here is a word search. Now, traditionally, I'd be saying word searches are what we should be avoiding during quarantine and COVID because this is just like fluff work. It's not, where's the value in this? Well, let me show you the value. They can actually play a word search game with a sibling or a parent. And when they're back in class, here's how you play this game. Put this up on the board in your class, and you have the class divided into two teams. So you keep score down here. So two teams, team 1, team 2. One representative from each team will come up to your screen or your board, and you will say one of the words just randomly. Like, for example, chante. The first student of those two that are up there representing their teams to find chante gets the first of 2 points. Every word value is going to be 2 points. So here it is. See, team 2 found the word chante. That person gets the point for their team. So team 2 gets a point. And now team 2 has 10 seconds now to create a sentence or use that word in a sentence. They could simply steal from the song and go, ne chantez pas. And you go, yep, perfect. You get the second point. If in 10 seconds they can't come up with a coherent sentence in French, team 1 gets to steal. Now they would have had now 30 seconds to think about it, which is great. They'll always generally have a sentence ready. So even if they didn't find the word first, it could be 1-to-1 after round 1. Then you play 10 rounds, or you could keep playing until all the words are gone. It's totally up to you. But what a great twist to what used to be a very frowned upon type activity, word searches. I've been doing it with my students, and I literally will have the word like mom written on this with my students, so that I know they're actually playing with their mom. That's great. And the comments I've been getting from parents, I've been teaching for 27 years and over 27 years, and I'm telling you, I've never received compliments like I'm receiving compliments now during this crisis. And because we're speaking it, we're saying it, now we've got listening, reading, and you could have the students write it. Maybe they have to write it on the board. Oh, I like that. Force this game to be all 4 strands: listening, reading, speaking, and the other one. However, this is a comic book. So in this package, you get a really quick comic book story to inspire the students. So there's the band members. They're like Power Rangers. My students call them Power Rangers. The drummer says, chantons. And the other members go, no, no, no. If I played you the whole song, you would know. It goes, no, no, no. And you get, live in concert, it's amazing. We get like hundreds or thousands of students going, no, no, no. And it builds and builds and builds. Oh, it's really fun. So they say no. So he goes, all right, créons une bande dessinée. And they all scream together, oui. Okay, so there's the short story. Now you get 4 templates. 4 different templates of possible comic book structure. And the task you're going to give your students is up to you. You could have simply the students watch the videos over and over again and remake the video in a comic book form. That's awesome. Using stick figures even. Or if you have students that are more advanced, definitely challenge them to make a full story of their own comic book. So this is idea number 1 of 5 that I am going to share with you today. So when you download it, this is the resource that you're going to download. It's called Comic Strip, and you get the full lesson plan package that goes with it. And it includes the link to the music video. But these are tough times. So I would also encourage the use of this particular new song called L'Univers Chante. This song is basically about celebrating the fact that we're alive. It's so easy to focus on the negative. How about focusing on some positive? So let's take a quick peek at this song.
me réveille, le soleil se lève. Ma vie est Hollywood, c'est comme un rêve. La nuit, les étoiles brillent chaque fois. Toutes les rivières coulent vers moi. Le ciel, la terre, la nature et sa mère. Les planètes sont alignées, je vois. Et maintenant, je comprends pourquoi. L'hiver chante pour moi. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. L'hiver chante pour moi. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Je vais au lit, je ferme mes yeux.
All right. So there's a little taste of this. The na-na-nas are very addicting, just to warn you. Okay, they get stuck in your head, which is really cool. So it's basically a celebration song about life. And that is a good thing because right now, a lot of students are stressed right now at home, stuck in quarantine. They've had just about enough. They need to have a positive focus. So you're going to get this entire package called Better Than Imagined. First, obviously, is going to be the lyrics. And you will see that in the song, there is a lot of things that are being celebrated. All right. The sky, nature, Mother Nature itself, mountains, trees, roads, paths, planets, everything. Just all the wonders of the earth are slightly pointed out here. Then we have fill in the blank type activity, which again, this is a lyric video. Now, all these videos that you're seeing here, there are lyric videos and there are real full music videos. So there's a full rock video to the song. I'm sharing with you the lyric video to it. So depending on the level where your students are, if you have higher advanced level students, give them the rock video that doesn't have the words showing, and they have to use their listening skills to write it down. And of course, for your more beginner students, you can obviously play the lyric video. Well, we already talked about how much fun you can have with a word search. So here's another one. Why not have some more fun with that? Same thing. I believe in multiple intelligences. I believe that students can show knowledge through art, even if they are stick figure drawers like myself. So here they would have to do a physical representation of the song in one poster labeled. That's a challenge, but a good challenge if you want them to consider the positive things about life. Speaking of which, this particular PDF, you'll just upload this PDF, you'll give them the link to the music video, and you'll say, write down 10 things that the band New says are amazing about life. It's got some examples, les étoiles, les arbres, stuff like that. So they list those things. The next activity asks them to address 5 things in life that are awesome to them, but they have to add the pourquoi. They have to add why these things are important. So they might actually put TikTok, what a PlayStation, names of their video games like Halo, I don't know, whatever. But they have to actually think about why those things are important to them. So it's gonna really make them reflect, which I really enjoy work that forces them to do that. This next one is even more powerful. Do you see the scaffolding, by the way? Raise your electronic hand if you see the scaffolding that's going on in these activities. Here now, what they have to do is they have to list 5 things that they can do to make somebody else's universe sing. You mean be unselfish? Yes, I do. So for example, the example given is je peux ranger ma chambre. And now what's the effect? So cause and effect is ma mère serait contente. But the idea is think of something that you can do to brighten somebody else's day up. And yet sneakily we're doing French during this whole thing. Isn't this beautiful? Live French, learn French. I love it. If they don't like the music video, either the rock version of it or this lyric video that I showed you, they can make their own. So it gives them a storyboard template to make their own video, or you can have your students add their own verse. So add a third verse to L'univers chante pour moi. All right. So that is idea number 2. Okay, we're not done. Let's keep going. It's like being on a game show and you just get more and more prizes. We're not even halfway there. So this one here is DJ Delph's song called National Speak. So you actually get to watch, the students get to study the typical day in the life of a rock star. In this case, it's a DJ Delph. But from it, they get to learn all the words, expression, vocabulary that you would need to describe your own typical day. Okay, so let's just take a peek at it first, and then we'll talk about what we can do with it.
Ma journée typique, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je fais beaucoup et ça commence tôt le matin. Je me réveille à 6 heures, je me lève tout de suite. Je prends une douche et je m'habille. Je me peins les cheveux, je descends les escaliers. Je mange quelque chose pour mon déjeuner. Je me brosse les dents, je quitte ma maison. Je conduis mon ex-femme très vite au studio. Ma journée typique, c'est ça ma journée typique. Les vols, les voitures, les vents, les aventures. Ma journée typique.
All right, so you get an idea of what that's about. The song goes over, like I said, even the mundane things like brushing teeth, combing your hair, stuff like that, to the more exciting things like going to the recording studio, interviews, and things like that. But somebody already suggested this for the earlier videos. Questions. How many of you believe that we should be probably providing more question words for our students? Questions elicit learning. All right, here is the resource that you get for this. This will blow your mind. Okay, I don't know if any of you watch American football, but in American football, often the coaches will have their play sheets in their hands, and they're these big, often laminated sheets with the tiniest print you could ever imagine. Because the game is quite complicated, so they go through it and they try to pick and decide what play is going to be next, and the decision changes based on the next play and what happened the previous play, right? So this is the same thing. Now, because of these amazing teachers, and it is a playbook for asking questions using videos. The video in this case is the video that you just watched here, but with little to no imagination, you're going to see how you can change these thousands of questions into questions for any video that you watch. Because here's the trick. What you do is you have the students at home, you upload the link to the video, so they have the video now on hand, and they stop the video at certain points, like the 1 second mark, the 10-second mark, the 14-second mark. And at each point, it'll stop at a still shot. And it's from that still shot that the students will have to answer questions. If you teach basic level students, you will choose from the Je commence column, where there's already tons of questions that you just copy and paste. So I'm telling you, you upload the link to them of the video, you swipe, copy and paste 3 of these questions, you put the time, this time signature 14 seconds, so they go to the 14-second mark, they answer those 3 questions, and boom. It's up to you how many questions you want to give them, how little, how much, it's up to you. What is pedagogically sexy about this is that it doesn't matter if you teach novice beginners, intermediate type students, or your advanced students. There are questions, and we're talking tons of questions for all levels. Look at, I think this is a 27-page document that dozens of teachers from all over the world created for you, because you should be spending more time with your family, on yourself, taking care of yourself, and less on reinventing the wheel and stressing yourself out trying to create things. Kind of scan through this in case you didn't believe when I said there's that many pages. It goes on and on and on. And when you have this resource in your hand, now forever, whatever novel you're studying, whatever film you're watching, whatever little clip you're grabbing from anywhere on the interwebs, as they say, you will now have an instant playbook to formulated questions based on 3 different levels of understanding. This next one is about the home or house. Check it out and you tell me the ideas that pop in your head before I tell you mine.
Assis sur une chaise, papa lit son journal. Devant la télé se trouve mon frère Pascal. Où sont-ils? Quelle question? Ils sont dans la salle de récréation. Ils tentent autour, ma sœur est cuisinière. Je fais la vaisselle avec l'aide de mon frère. Où sommes-nous? Dans la piscine? Non, non, mon ami, nous sommes dans la cuisine. Chez moi, la chambre à coucher, le salon, la cuisine et la salle à manger. Chez moi, la salle de récréation, la salle de bain, le garage, le grenier. Chez moi, c'est la vie chez moi. Je fais de beaux rêves, les cauchemars interdits. Avec mon oreiller, je vais me mettre au lit.
This song is really cool because it's inclusive to not just house vocabulary, not just the things found in the house, which are definitely covered, but activities that are done in a house, and family members are all mentioned as you go through it. You know, you'll see grandma fixing the car and all these things. It's a really cool song. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get the 5-day online lesson package, which Chez Moi, this song and video are specifically treated. So the ideas for this are right in this freebie download that you're going to get, which is rich with resources. And that will be, don't forget, in the links, like the list of links in the email you're going to get with your CPD certificate about an hour, about 2 hours after this event. So we talked about the positive things in life, but the fact is that life isn't all rosy. So this song is going to be more for your intermediate advanced students, in my opinion. Some people do share this with more beginners, but my opinion is for probably older students. And this song is called J'en ai marre. So this song is by the band New, and this song is all about things that the band is fed up with. Let's check it out.
J'en ai marre des politiciens, le politique ne sert à rien. J'en ai marre de la pollution, on continue sans solution. J'en ai marre de l'intolérance qui avale notre innocence. J'en ai marre des maudites guerres qui laissent les enfants sans mère. Les voilà, les pensées qui ne cessent de me hanter. Les voilà, les soucis qui assombrissent la vérité. J'en ai marre de la haine.
The package that comes with it is called This Sucks. Okay? And let me show you, because it is okay to say that there are things in life that we need to improve upon, for sure. So there's the words, les paroles, for J'en ai marre. And you could see the things like pollution, intolerance, wars, hatred at the heart of humanity, the scars that persist, indifference. A very not often talked about word is reverence. Okay, we've lost reverence. Complicity and stupidity that surrounds us. Of course, you're going to get the listening activity that goes with it, and there is a lyric video to this. You could play the game, of course. This is a little bit more serious topics, though, but you can still play. You can still have them make a poster representing the things that the band and the song were stating that they're sick and tired of. Now let's have the students examine the actual song. They have to pull 5 things from the song, and then they have to list solutions. So an example could be prenons plus le transport public. So let's do more public transport and less cars on the road. That could be a possible solution, right? So somebody just said, this is a great video. This is a great theme for varying relevance of vocabulary for students. Yes. Also, I'm seeing comments like this is good for AP French, good for IB French. Yes, it is. For those of you who teach through themes, it's huge, obviously. So you get a current 2020 music video with a band who tours all over. I can tour actually right in your district, and they get relevant songs. Next one, the students have to create a list of 10 things that they're sick and tired of. The first example there was les moustiques, so mosquitoes, for example. So it could be little things, big things, small things, it doesn't matter. But the reason we're setting them up to do that is because the next activity that you're going to upload to them has them pick 5 of the things that you say you're sick of and provide me with 5 solutions for one solution for each one of those things. So we're trying to train the students not to just sit and complain, but to think about solutions. And of course, they can make their own music video if they're inspired by the ones that they saw, whether the lyric one or the full-blown music video. And you could challenge them to make their own verse. That's right. Create their own third verse for J'en ai marre. This is also by the band New. This song is called Dani. And this song is, the music video was shot in Indonesia with an amazing actress with a killer director. And this actually is a movie. This little 3-minute song is a movie. It's the life of Dani. You will see in the beginning, she's full of hope. You'll see in the middle of the song, she goes through struggles. And you'll see at the end of the song, she comes through and she realizes she becomes the hopes and dreams that she had earlier in her life. And if you're a fan of Le Petit Prince or Le Petit Prince, depending where you're from, how you pronounce it, if you're a fan of Le Petit Prince, this is going to blow your mind. Here we go, because it's totally tied into the book.
Elle est fascinée par inspiration, inspirée par détermination, déterminée de changer le monde. Dani garde la foi. Une lumière dans le noir. Ses choix reflètent ses espoirs. Dani, elle n'a jamais peur, mon ami. On ne voit bien qu'avec le cœur. Dani, la vie sera toujours compliquée, mon ami. Une lumière dans l'obscurité. Elle est motivée par l'imagination. Elle s'imagine sans limitation, aucune limite de motivation. Dani garde la foi. Une lumière dans le... Elle soutient ce qu'elle ne supporte pas. Elle emmène avec elle les problèmes à porter déjà. Elle cherche une perfection inexistante parmi une réalité non importante.
So hopefully you saw the book, Le Petit Prince. It was very, very cool. The themes in there are very equivalent. So let's take a look at the package that you're going to get. Of all the links that you're going to get, I would highly recommend that you come and take a peek at this one first, because the music video is so absolutely beautiful. It kind of makes you want to cry. And here's the package that you get. What's cool about this package is you get actually the blog that was written about this. I'm not sure if you know, but rockyourclass.com is actually a blog. So I blog every week, and I give away freebies, talk about strategies, ideas, and stuff like that. So this one's from the blog. You get obviously the words to it, and you get the whole storyline of Danny, her life. Of course, the listening exercise. Now, this is where it gets powerful. This particular PDF asks you to ask the students to look up these words. Do not do that. Instead, have the students define these words using their own words. Sorry, define these words using their own words. So like imagination, they have to state what they believe imagination is: determination, motivation, inspiration, and limitation. What will blow your mind is what's blown my mind. I only got to do this once because it's a brand new song, so I only did it once with my students, but it was amazing. I had so many students struggling. They were struggling because they had never been asked to consider what these words actually meant. They've heard them all their lives, but they've never considered what these words really actually mean. There's great questions that pull students deeper into the song to be able to pull out the nuggets, just like you would do with Le Petit Prince. You would give questions to try to pull out the truth that's in it. Speaking of the book, there it is. There are 10 themes in this song, where there's 10 connections, 10 symbolic things in this song. And this particular activity asks them to match. So there's water. What does the water represent? What does Danny's smile mean? What is that white covering that was binding her in the beginning, but she was dancing with it at the end? What does the fence mean? What do the paths mean? What does the actual dance she did mean? What are the box where there was words? What are the colors of the flowers? What do they represent? They each represent something very important and specific. Then this activity. This is what made me literally cry. I gave this to the students, but I told them they weren't going to have to hand it in. I wanted them just to write it or whatever. So they wrote this letter, right? And they have to write a letter to Danny. Some of my students wrote superficial letters like, hey, Danny, I love your little movie. It's beautiful. The music video is beautiful. What's it like to star in a music video? That's really cool. Are you on Snapchat and stuff like that? But a lot of my students got really deep with this letter. They're like, dear Danny, I understand what you're going through. I could understand what you meant when you said this. And when you went down that path, I know what that feels like. Other students started writing advice to Danny. And then I had some students who actually opened up to Danny and said, I'm going through exactly what you're going through. And they named X or Y, which is not apparent in the music video at all, but it actually spoke to them. And finally, I had students who said that it's the first time in their life that they actually reflected about their own life. It was very powerful. And I ended up collecting it, not for marks, but I did collect it. And the stuff that I read literally made me cry. It was so beautiful. So I guess a little warning to you that it's super powerful, okay? But if you are reading Le Petit Prince, you're gonna want to do this song, before you do the book, because it will open up to them the whole ideas of symbolism before they start. And of course, they can do a poster to represent it, and they can label the poster. Of course, they can make their own music video, and of course, they can add their own, their own verse to it if they want to tell the story about not Danny, but about them, whatever their first name happens to be. You're going to get the links and the full package that goes with it. Yes, of course you can. Yeah, definitely. Somebody goes, I can spend a month on this. Yes, you can. And guess what the secret of this is? Check your curriculum expectations or your codes or the things that you're supposed to be doing. You're going to be actually covering everything you're supposed to be doing. Even if you're teaching towards DELF, like we do in our area, if you're teaching for some kind of GCSE examination or whatever it is, you are leading them down the path for them to be the strongest of students. which is really, really cool. Somebody's saying with the current mental health issues, it's pretty powerful, and it is. It might allow some students to address some things, no doubt, no doubt. Jean Neymar will do that. L'Univers could actually ironically do it, even though the song's supposed to be positive. And Danny is just real life murdered. So it's a very, very, very beautiful song. You should see it in concert. Actually, in concert, you guys need to get us out to come wherever you're from. I don't care where you're from, Scotland, wherever you are. You need to have us come out and do a concert for you. When we do this Danny song, we actually perform it like a love song, so we don't get all heavy on the kids. We perform it as a love song, and we go out there, and then I actually sing the love song to the French teachers, and the students go crazy. They go crazy, and so the cell phones fly out, and it is hilarious. So I highly encourage, if you want to make French real, definitely invite us to come out to your country, because we do tour all over the world. All right, let's get back. So my parting gifts to you, because, this isn't enough. This just is not enough. So my parting gifts to you are definitely check out the Friday French Funnies. The humor is so goofy, but it's a nice little 1-minute video to send the students off into the weekend. So just go to YouTube and search Friday French Funnies. Those are there and waiting for you. But by the way, if you're on Facebook, please join the Rock Your Class Facebook group. I'd love to see you guys there. So you go to rockyourclass.com and /events. And here's our webinar that we're doing together. Thank you so much for being with us. And then here are the new webinars for this next 2 weeks are going to come up soon. So Wednesday is the French Kahoot, and the theme is C'est moi. I love this from the DJ Delph kit. If you have the DJ Delph kit, it's one of my favorite life aspects. We don't call them themes, they're called life aspects. So it's one of my favorite ones, so that one's there. You can invite your Spanish teachers to play Kahoot with Los Colores. There's an awesome Spanish teacher from Kansas City, Missouri, I think, in the United States, who hosts that. And then invite everybody in the world who has problems spelling in English. We're gonna just have a really big one for all people. So that should be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you there. You can also definitely check out the book there and let me know what you think. Check out and bookmark rockyourclass.com/events. Bookmark it in your favorite device, and then come join with me for more webinars, more online things. And then actually for that teacher who said that they can't get me out for a live concert, you can definitely get me out for a online one. So I do virtual interviews / sing some of your favorite song type things, to full concerts where you pick 8 to 10 songs. There'll be the music, I sing, we talk, answer questions with the students to make French alive during this kind of terrible quarantine time. Okay, so you can go to rockyourclass.com and enter the contact information if you have any questions about that. You'll be able to reach me through there or emails. I'm going to hang on to see if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, I want you to have a great week. I hope to see you soon. Check out the blog. Somebody just said they just ordered the book. Yay, that must mean you are probably the very first human being to order the book, because it's not supposed to be out until Tuesday. So that is super cool. So thank you. Thank you for somebody who just did a shout out to my wife, which is really, really cool. Okay, somebody else just got the book too. Hello, okay. Turning red. Not going to show you that on the webcam. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think about the book. I'm so excited that you're getting it. What I will obviously be able to do is do webinars around the book. All the chapters, the crazy chapters, I don't know if you saw the titles of the chapters, but they're crazy, and each one of them has bucket loads of ideas to encourage you. There's even stuff on health tips, and it's the whole body teacher thing. Okay, guys. Well, please tell your friends, because we do have friends who are not doing well during this quarantine time. And did I say thanks to the person who did a shout out to my wife. So thank you so much. She's working double shifts in a downtown Detroit hospital. So thank you so very much for shouting out to her. I appreciate that. But you make things so much better when I get to share with you and get to learn from you and get these so cool ideas that you guys added. That's so cool. So I will let you all go. Please expect that email coming to you very soon. And then we will be popping this webinar up on the Rock Your Class YouTube channel. Okay, so check out all the webinars that you may have missed and enjoy. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Take care.